I knew it, I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. Degesu wants to be the king of the demon realm. What's going on, guys? Your boy Fire Force Mark, and I'm back with another video. And we're going to discuss Dragon Ball Daima episode 16, Degesu. And boy, did episode 16 deliver on a lot of stuff and shed light on a lot of new things. For instance, we now know for sure that look that Degesu gave King Goma in episode 15, we now know that look was what everybody was expecting. Degesu wants to be the king of the demon realm. We saw his nefarious actions, his plans come to fruition when he kidnapped Dende and tried to run off with it and keep the third eye for himself. But as we saw, that it backfired because he ended up getting taken out by Piccolo and being stopped by Supreme Kai and all that stuff. But before we get into that, I really feel like this shed a lot of light on some of the mindsets of the Kais, because Nahare, Shen, Degesu's big brother, he asked me, he said, what could a Glenn possibly get out of being the king of the demon realm? Degesu's like, stop acting like you know everything. You know it's in a Glenn's nature to want to go higher, to be more successful. And that's funny because it made me think about Zamasu. Zamasu was exactly that way. He was a deity, a Supreme Kai that hated the mortals or whatever, thought he was higher than everybody else, and wanted to achieve the status of Supreme Kai. So they all have these crazy ambitions to want to go higher and whatnot. Zamasu just was a bit more deranged and evil. And Degesu seems to be on that very same tip. Degesu does not want to be a lackey. He does not want to be Goma's lackey or his underling. Because when I saw last week's episode and I looked at Degesu's face when King Goma was like freaking out over, Goku and all them got through the barrier or whatever, Degesu was like, we still have the Genda Marie Force. Goma was like, that's right. If you look at that scene closely, it's almost as if Degesu was looking at him like, just gauging him like, we almost have the Force. Weakling. So from that moment on, I was like, Then I saw the face. I'm like, yeah, Degesu's probably gonna want to be king of the demon world. I didn't know that he was gonna want to be king, but I knew that he probably wanted to overthrow Goma, or he probably didn't want to be under Goma. I just didn't realize that he was gonna want to be king of the demon realm. So that threw me for a loop as well. So they are doing a very good job of writing things, and if you really look at the lore of Dragon Ball, it's all tying together really nicely. Now, that leads me to the episode in itself. The episode was really good. We got a chance to see, Dende again finally. We got a chance to see the freaking girl, I thought the girl was Degesu transformed. I thought Degesu transformed himself, but no, it was the girl. It was just a normal girl. Now, again, we saw Degesu send the girl to get the hat. To get the belt that Hybis had. Now we know the third eye is one of the most powerful relics or whatever, and it gives the Supreme Demon King, exceptional powers or whatever. And we saw in last week's episode that Dobora killed his father Ubora, he stole his eye and all that jazz. And we found all that, and we saw the different demon kings and stuff. I would actually like to see more of them and see where they come from, their backstories, all that stuff. So episode 15 was really good, shedding light on everything that happened and how Dobora came to power, succeeding his father Ubora. It was really good. So we saw Degesu get taken out by Piccolo or whatever, and we see him getting walked like he's getting walking the plank basically. And we see that Goma ends up getting the belt because old girl came in. She's like, hey, Degesu wanted me to bring him this. Well, I'm gonna just give it to you. So now he has a third eye, and we saw that third eye started transforming him. He went from this little miniature dude, now he's humongous. He's big, horns growing, muscles or whatever, teeth getting bigger. It's funny because when you look at the episode and you look at his suit, I'm like, look at him getting his jeering on. Look at him walking around here looking like Jiren. All red and black and muscular and whatnot. Looking like Jiren. Looking like an alien model. Look at him. It's crazy. But it was it was very cool to see how much strength and how much power that he got. So it seems that my you know, what word am I trying to use here? That my assumptions that King Goma was going to be nothing more than a side piece in this story might have been wrong, because now he's extremely powerful. We don't know how powerful, but we know he's powerful. But my contention, or not contention, but my assumption or hypothesis that it could be Goma, Degesu, one of the Majins, or a new monster that Orensu's gonna create, or Neva. It seemed two of those have been kicked out with Degesu and Neva, because Neva doesn't seem to be really going that route. Like I thought he was at first, just because we were seeing so much stuff that he could do, but turns out I don't really think he's like that. So Degesu's out of the picture now, but he might have something to say at the end, but I think his part is done for. Goma is like gonna be a very powerful character at the moment. Now, that leads me to the next portion of this video. They get to the courtyard and finally enters Dr. Orensu. Dr. Orensu, Majin Ku, Majin Du. So they're like, hey, the Dragon Ball is gone from the Tamagami. So here's the thing about that, right? They're all like, what the heck, blah, blah, blah. Where's the Dragon Ball? Dr. Orensu's like, I'm afraid the Dragon Ball is ours, or whatever. You know, we got it, or whatever. But what threw me for a loop was Glorio did not seem to know that Dr. Orensu was making Majins. Did you see his face when he saw her in the Dragon Ball? He's like, what? He didn't know what was going on. So it seems to me that Dr. Orensu was playing Glorio at the same time while getting Glorio to do his job. She also had her own plans, and Glorio had no clue about them. Because we see in the preview for next week's episode, he's going to be fighting alongside with Goku and them against the Majins. So what was the plan that she told him? You know what I'm saying? Like, what extent was it? Like, what extent of the plan did she tell him? Because he was totally taken aback. He was totally bamboozled. I mean, just look at his face. He was distraught. Like, he didn't know what was going on. So the fact that now Orensu and the Majins or whatever are there and they're all going to be fighting, that leads me to wonder, like, is it going to be sort of like Dragon Ball Z, where it's like they wanted a power source or whatnot to, you know, awaken Majin Buu? Because if there's a new Majin on the rise, or is Majin Ku or Majin Du going to end up getting eaten by one another and fusing into a new Majin? Is that what's going to happen? Like, there's so many different variables that can happen with this episode now in this storyline that they could go a million different places. So that's just making me wonder, to be honest with you. But the Glorio thing again, right? Because I've been saying he's shady. He's working on the side of Dr. Orensu. He's playing Goku and Shen and Vegeta and all of them. They don't really know. And I was saying how Shen is going to be like, yeah, don't give him the Dragon Ball or whatever, or get the Dragon Ball from him. Like, I've been listening to him and whatnot. That doesn't seem to be the case, because where does his loyalty lie now? Because it looks to me in this episode that it seems like he was bamboozled and double crossed, so he doesn't really know what to really do about it. So what is Glorio gonna do now? How is this story going to play out? I guess we can't do anything but sit back and watch and wait. So I don't know, but overall I give that episode a really good rating. It was fantastic. I mean, everything was on point. The storytelling, you know, the information that we found out about the glands and whatnot, it was all really good. But what is, you know, Goma's new power is going to be like? What is his strategy going to be like? Is he just planning to eradicate them all, possibly? Does Dr. Orensu have something else cooking up her sleeve? Is Marbra back at their place cooking up something? Like, how are these variables going to play into this new fight, this new breeding ground of battle activity. I don't know, but I'm excited to see it though. So, if you haven't already, man, let me know what y'all got to say in the comments. What do y'all think about this episode? What do y'all think is going to happen? What do y'all think Goma's new powers will be like? What do you think the overarching ending nemesis will be? It's only a couple of episodes left of Diamond. So, what do you hypothesize we'll see coming down the line? I don't know, but I'm excited for it. That's all I really got for you guys today, man. That was my review on the last episode. It was very good. Looking forward to next week. And, I can't wait to see more. But, if you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to your boy channel. We just hit 505 subscribers. I just had 156 last month. We are growing on here, guys. We are doing a very good job. I just want to say thank y'all for the support that I've gotten so far. I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all aren't my followers. Y'all my family. We rocking this together. I am nothing without y'all. So, I appreciate the support, man. Let's just keep rocking it out and keep lifting it up with Dragon Ball and other things and all that jazz and blah, 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 blah. This has been your favorite nerd. Fire Force Mark signing off. Peace.